Let's be real, we've all been there. When the deadlines are piling up, the pressure is just relentless, and it feels like you're barely keeping your head above water. Today, we're going to tackle one of the biggest challenges in modern life: how to stay sane when your job feels completely, utterly insane. Okay, let's dive right in. It's a really tough question, isn't it? Because for so many of us, the stress doesn't just magically stop when we clock out. Sometimes the chaos at work is, well, it's matched by the chaos at home. And you're just left wondering, where do I even go to catch my breath? And wow, this just hits right at the heart of the issue. This quote from a user on Reddit is so incredibly raw because it captures that feeling perfectly. When there's just no escape, no safe space from the pain, what are you supposed to do? This isn't just some abstract problem, it's a deeply, deeply human struggle. So, this widespread feeling, it actually has a name. We can call it the Sanity Crisis. And you need to know it is not just you, it's a huge challenge of our time, and the very first step to dealing with it is understanding what it even is. Okay, so what is burnout really? It isn't just feeling tired after a long week. Nope. It's a specific clinical state of exhaustion. We're talking emotional, physical, and mental. And the key word here is prolonged stress. It's what happens when your tank isn't just empty, but you've been running on fumes for way, way too long.
And if you think this is some niche problem, check out this number. In a super high pressure field like academia, a staggering 40 to 50% of PhD students, that's almost half, show symptoms of depression and anxiety directly related to burnout. It just goes to show you what feels like a personal failing is so often a much bigger systemic crisis.
So, how do we get here? Well, these risk factors probably look pretty familiar. Crushing workloads, feeling like you have zero control, that non-existent work-life balance, feeling isolated, and of course, that little voice in your head telling you everything has to be perfect. Any of those ringing a bell? Okay, so here's the thing. We often can't change the chaos happening around us. But, and this is a big but, we can change our reaction to it. And that, right there, is our first line of defense: mastering our own inner world. It all starts with a really fundamental question. Where does your identity come from? I mean, if your entire sense of self-worth is wrapped up in your job title, then every little professional setback feels like a personal catastrophe. The real goal is to shift that identity inward, to your values, your relationships, your hobbies. Work becomes something you do, not who you are. And this leads to a really powerful mental exercise: choosing joy. Now, this isn't about ignoring the bad stuff. It's the opposite. You acknowledge it, you feel it, and then you intentionally shift your focus to something small and positive. Seriously, it could be the sun on your face or a comfortable chair. The more you practice this, the stronger that joy muscle gets, and the easier it becomes to find your balance on those really tough days. I just love the honesty here. The brain attic? What a perfect metaphor for compartmentalization. It's a coping mechanism a lot of us use, just tucking stress away so we can function. But there's a huge difference between just stuffing it all down and strategically setting it aside. The key is learning how to do it in a healthy way.
And here's how you do it. Simple things, right? When you get home, make a rule: no talking about work. Give your brain a break. Before you even leave the office, write down tomorrow's to-do list so it's out of your head. And, sometimes you can even flip the script and make work your refuge from home stress. It's all about creating these mental boundaries that protect your peace.
Okay, so mastering your mind is one thing, but our environment, it plays a huge role in our sanity too. So let's look at how we can start to control our external world, our space and our schedule. This is such a classic example of reducing what's called decision fatigue. Every single small choice we make, it drains a little bit of our mental battery. So by creating routines and simplifying those non-essential decisions, like what to wear or what to eat, you save that precious energy for the stuff that actually matters. This table here lays out some really simple but powerful swaps. Instead of working in pajamas, which just mixes up all the cues for your brain, create a work uniform. Instead of letting work bleed into all hours, set firm start and stop times. These aren't just little habits, they are literally structures that protect you from burnout.
See, the goal here is to manage your energy, not just your time. Start your day with your priorities, not drowning in someone else's emails. Work in focused sprints. And I love this tip, it's so counterintuitive. Stop a task midway through. It's actually easier for your brain to restart something you've already begun. And most important of all, when work is over, let it be over. That means no quick checks of your email at 11 o'clock at night.
I love this analogy from the world of science. You wouldn't leave a valuable, expensive chemical just sitting out on the lab bench to get contaminated, would you? Well, you need to treat your mental energy with that same level of care. It is your most important resource. Protect it.
But here's the thing, you don't have to protect that energy all by yourself. A huge, huge part of staying sane is connecting with the people around you, your crew.
And navigating those relationships is absolutely key. Find an ally, someone you can just share a laugh with. But be careful, because constant complaining and gossip, they just create this toxic echo chamber that actually makes everything feel worse. The goal is support, not a shared spiral downwards.
And you can literally see the impact right here. Having that support system, even if it's just one person who gets it, tangibly lowers your stress levels. A quick chat, a shared joke, that can be the little pressure release valve you need to get through a tough afternoon.
And all of this brings us to the final and maybe the most powerful strategy of all. It's a complete fundamental shift in perspective.
Just let that sink in for a second. This is your job. It is not your life. It's a part of your life, for sure, but it is not the whole thing. Remembering this one distinction, that is the ultimate key to sanity. Your job is a vehicle. It's the tool that helps you pay your bills, support your family, and fund the things that actually bring you joy. When you have a rich, fulfilling life outside of the office, it gives your work a purpose that goes way beyond the daily grind. It's the why behind the what. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Your job, it's just a tool. It might be a really powerful one, an important one, but at the end of the day, it's still just a tool. The real question is, what kind of life are you building with it?